Thank you for joining us on Idaho State of Mind, where we endeavor to educate the citizens of Idaho on the state of higher education. I'm Libby Howe. This is a production of Idaho State University, and we are proud that the majority of the show's content is created by ISU mass communication students. Our top story today: going to college can seem intimidating to high school students. 4 whole years. Now, thanks to a dual credit option statewide, you can be a high school student and a college student all at the same time. Chris Cole joins us live in the studio to explain what the program offers. Chris?
Libby, every public college and university in Idaho participates in this program. From North Idaho College to College of Southern Idaho, there's a public college or university nearby for you. Over 8,000 high school students statewide are enrolled in college courses. I actually got to meet 2 students at Pocatello High School who are both enrolled in what is called the Early College Program. Meet Sam D'Amico, Pocatello High School student. He's active in football, track and field, and will be a sophomore in college when he graduates from high school.
I've pretty much always known I was going to go to college, just what I wanted to do, and it's a lot cheaper to take it through high school. And as I approached that level, like last year, it seemed like a smart move to start taking classes for college credit now.
He's not the only one. Like Sam, another high school junior, Brianna Bradley, is also enrolled in the early college program.
It'd be a lot easier if I didn't do dual credit, but knowing that I am, it'll be easier in college because I'm almost a sophomore with credit-wise by the time I get to college.
The program is known by different names across the state, depending on which institution is nearest to you. It may be called dual credit, concurrent credit, or dual enrollment. But the idea behind it is the same. Students earn college credit while learning in a high school classroom.
There's less worksheets, daily work, but you have to know the material more in depth. And really, it's, as my teacher said last year, it's less regurgitating the information, it's analyzing it and breaking it down.
The university or college certifies each teacher so that they can teach college-level courses in the high school classroom. Credits are transferable to all Idaho colleges and universities and most other institutions outside the state.
Start to get used to how, college classes are graded, what's expected of them, and it's not just a sudden slap in the face when you suddenly show up on campus for your freshman year of college. You're used to the grading, you're used to the work, and I think it's quite useful.
If the course they want to take isn't offered at their high school, they can simply head to another area high school to take classes there.
My mom is very into me being in every honors class and taking all college credit classes in high school and keeping my 4.0 GPA and staying in NHS, so it's pretty much just get all A's and do my best.
Sam's case of essentially being a college freshman in high school is not unique. In some cases, depending on circumstances and programs, students may even obtain their associate's degree right out of high school. Although this won't be the case for Brianna or Sam, in no way are they underachievers.
I have a lot of friends, so it doesn't affect it that much because most of my friends are in classes that I am, so we'll just get together and do our homework together, and yeah, so it's all good.
I wouldn't say it interferes a whole lot. I mean, of course there's homework, but I'm going to have homework for other classes too, and I have football and a bunch of other extracurricular activities, but I find a way to make it all work, and it seems to work fine.
Those are 2 very impressive students. Over the past 5 years, there's been more than a 50% increase in student enrollment statewide. Libby, these increases show that the program is appealing to more and more students across the state.
That's great. Thanks, Chris. Now, how much approximately can a student save by enrolling in the early college program?
Credits for the early college program are $65 per credit, so a 3-credit course is $195.
Great. Thanks a lot, Chris. High school students who are planning to go into technical fields can also get a jump start on their college careers through the Tech Prep program. Summer Geock has the story.
These high school students in this college course are paying $15 per credit, unlike these college students who are paying on average about $200 per credit. Thanks to the Tech Prep program, high school students can now start earning their college degree in high school. Ian Person, who wants to become a United States Navy SEAL, is on his way to do just that.
I am enjoying it a lot more than my English class, I'll say you that much.
If Ian stays with this computerized machine program, when he graduates high school, he will only have 1 year left of this program until he graduates.
I actually chose this because my worst skill of all time is math. And I wanted to improve that because eventually, later on in my life, I want to become a United States Navy SEAL. And you've got to know a lot of stuff to do that.
This computerized machine program can help get degrees in aerospace, mining industry, manufacturing facilities, such as making medical devices, and many more opportunities for machinists. The students attend class daily for 2 hours, the first hour working in the lab and the second in the classroom. Not only are these students getting college credit, but they're building tools for the future. Literally, here Ian is making a fly cutter that is going to go into an engine later on in the program. Students have also made chess sets, a cannon, hammers, and many more items. To get into the program, high school students just need to create an account at the ISU webpage and then create a class enrollment record.
It does a couple things. One, it gives them a leg up when they come back to school, and it also lets them know if this is something they want to do for their future. If they come for a semester and say, gee, I don't really like this, then they can go on. Our hopes is that they like what they're doing, they like what they see, and then they want to complete the program and then come back as a college student and get the associate's degree.
I'm having a blast. It's a great time.
I encourage other students heavily to come here because, especially if you're bad at math, because this will challenge you in ways that, you know, maybe you didn't realize you could, and you can do it. Just, hey, I'm not that good at math and I'm doing it.
At the Tech Prep program, Summer Geoch, Idaho State of Mind.
The program offers 280 certified classes. Idaho's child welfare workers are experiencing a change in the way they receive training. Idaho State University's Department of Sociology, Social Work, and Criminal Justice is overseeing the project in conjunction with the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare. Joining us today is Staci Jensen-Hart. She's the principal investigator on the project. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I know that burnout is a major problem for social workers, and this new training is going to help a little bit with some of those burnout problems.
We hope so. There's an overall package that we offer with the training. Child welfare workers need to be trained in certain topic areas per legal standards, and one of the things that we have found in training workers, that as you increase their sense of competency and autonomy and engagement with the organization, that workers tend to experience less burnout.
That's great. Now, I understand that also the training tries to help with, I guess, maybe a better reaction time to common problems that come up. Tell us a little bit about the in-services that you're going to be having.
Oh, okay. The program has the training for the new workers, and then the in-service component of the training. We look at what experienced workers feel that they need to do their jobs well. And so we do needs surveys of workers across different regions in Idaho, and combine that with assessment results from what's called a continuous quality improvement plan, which is an assessment tool that looks at where regions have needs in training areas, and also looking at the program improvement plans that the state has developed. And together we take those needs and develop in-service trainings to address the issues, to increase the competence of workers, and make sure that that the standards are met for
now,
social workers.
essentially the ultimate goal is hopefully that this will trickle down and help Idaho families who are working with the Health and Welfare Department. How is this going to help Idaho families?
I think the more that workers feel competent and well-trained, the better they, first of all, can convey that to families, that they know what they're doing, they have the skills, the interviewing skills, the decision-making skills to help families make decisions that are best for children, and also finding the resources to assist the families.
Dr. Staci Jensen-Hart, thank you so much for joining us today. The summer months are known for the infamous brain drain, where kids forget most of what they learned in school the year before. The Idaho Museum of Natural History is trying to do something about that, keeping young minds sharp and active through their annual kids' summer camps. Idaho State of Mind's Chris Cole reports.
During the summer, kids are able to experience what it's like to be an astronaut, archaeologist, or a rocket scientist, all at the Idaho Museum of Natural History.
Learning out of a book is all well and good, but at the museum, it's learning from experience and actually doing that makes the learning a solid, realizable event for the kids.
For 30 years, Thorne Farrell has been working on the Summer Science Snack Program, first teaching it, then sending her kids through it, and now sending her kids' kids through it.
And I think it was a lot of fun and challenging, but I think it was a great experience for them to really see how astronauts really do train.
At a cost of $40 for 1 week of 2.5-hour-long classes, the museum helps educate students for a fraction of the cost of similar programs.
And it was a good chance for the kids to be involved, get some extra learning over the summer, trying to fight the summer slide. A lot of students lose a lot of what they've learned during the school year, so we want to try and combat that by giving them some good opportunities to learn some new information and apply their skills.
Both Picorni and Thorne Farrell feel that the program is not only beneficial for the students, but for everyone involved as well.
Even just the personal experience, myself having a lot of fun, and I love working with kids, so I gained a lot from it, just myself individually, not just professionally.
I would love for everyone to come and participate in the programs. Just give me a call at the museum. I would love to have them come. Yeah. Less soccer, more museum classes. How about that?
At the Idaho Museum of Natural History, Chris Cole, Idaho State of Mind.
The museum offers classes for 2 different age groups, kids in grades 1 through 3 and 4th through 6th. A new field of study was added to ISU's academic catalog. This fall marked the beginning of the first doctoral program in experimental psychology. It was created through the efforts of the faculty, deans, and administrators.
We already have a PhD program in clinical psychology, but the focus of that is to train clinicians working with clients with different psychological problems, but we didn't have a academic research-focused doctoral program.
Experimental psych refers to different core disciplines in psychological sciences such as developmental and social psychology. The first 3 students were accepted to the program fall of 2011. A study by an Idaho State University professor suggests female moose may have more choice in picking their mates than originally thought. The moose use moans to attract large male moose and trigger fights between them.
And we were only able to find 2 other studies on mammals that had clearly documented females manipulating males to gain an opportunity for greater mate choice. So it's quite a rare behavior among mammals.
Bauer set up the experiment using pre-recorded moans in sample areas and found it attracted male moose. He also concluded hunters could simulate the moans when hunting a large male. This study was featured by the BBC. The very active chapter of the Society of Physics students at ISU has won another award for community outreach. The Blake Lilly Prize was awarded by the American Institute of Physics and was only given to 5 chapters this year. The award recognizes chapters that positively influence school children's attitudes about physics. So how do they get young children interested? Simply by making physics fun. Each demonstration usually starts with a bang or explosion.
As you blow stuff up and start talking to kids about how it works, why it works, they just get this look of fascination on their face and get so involved in it. And just watching kids get excited about being a part of these science education events is really cool because they're excited to learn something new.
The club members and faculty visit more than 40 schools and community groups each year. As the state-designated provider of health professions education, Idaho State University brings us Healthy State of Mind, a segment dedicated to all things health-related. Today we're talking heart health. Keeping the old ticker in tip-top shape can mean the difference between life and death quite literally. The body's powerhouse that pumps vital blood to every organ beats 100,000 times a day. That's 35 million times a year and 2.5 billion times in your lifetime. Every day, your heart creates enough energy to drive a truck 20 miles. Over a lifetime, that's enough energy to drive to the moon and back. So the heart has a big job. Unfortunately, many of us don't give it the respect it deserves. Heart disease is the #1 killer worldwide. Today we'll look at a variety of ways to show your heart some love. One major step to stay heart healthy is to get off the couch and get moving. But if you haven't been active, it can be very intimidating to start an exercise program. How do you get started and stay motivated? Idaho State of Mind's Ramon Bailey joins us in the studio with tips for getting started. Ramon, what's the first thing people should know about getting started?
Libby, the most important thing is to just get moving. For someone who hasn't been exercising, even a short 5 or 10 minute walk can make a big difference. What do you think of when you hear the word exercise or when you hear the words healthy heart? I'm sure many things come to mind, such as running, weightlifting, burning calories, and trying to look your personal best. Having a healthy heart is very important and vital if you want to have a healthy life. There are many people who are very fit and exercise daily, but what if you have a busy schedule and don't always have time to go to the gym? What steps do you need to take to having a healthier heart?
It's really important when you get started, and that's assuming you haven't been doing anything active for a fairly long time, to start slow.
Here at Idaho State University, the Wellness Center offers tips and help for those who are interested in starting a workout habit or that are just interested in being healthy. Some of the benefits you can gain from exercise and physical activity are better moods, boosts in energy levels. It can also help combat health conditions and diseases. It may also help with weight control.
The importance of exercise to me is I really enjoy the overall energy. It helps maintain longevity of your life, and you just feel good afterwards. It also helps you look good, which is always a bonus, especially in college.
No matter what your age or physical ability, everyone can benefit from exercise and physical activity. If you have not exercised in a while, you will want to start at an easier level. You can use the FIT principle as a guideline to help start getting into a workout routine. F stands for frequency, meaning the amount of times that you would exercise in a week. I stands for intensity, meaning how hard you will work out and how much effort you will put into the workout. T stands for type, meaning the type of workout you will be doing to raise your heart rate. If you use the 3 FIT guidelines, that will be a good way to start on your way to a 5K run. Also, a good tip to remember is that you will want to exercise 2 to 3 times a week minimum if you want to get the best results from exercise. A few things to think about when you're exercising is you will want to get your heart rate up to a target heart rate, which is 60 to 80% of your maximum heart rate. To find your maximum heart rate, subtract age from 220. Libby, back to you.
So you need to keep track of that the older that you get. Thanks a lot, Ramon. Another good tip, anyone over 40 who hasn't been active should see a doctor before starting an exercise program. It's best to make sure your heart is healthy enough for the exercise. Most everyone knows they should exercise, but some run into a major stumbling block: boredom. The thought of hours on a treadmill may stop their exercise aspirations before even getting started. Getting heart healthy doesn't have to mean a couple of visits to the gym each week. Lifestyle sports, from running and cycling to rock climbing and swimming, are great ways to make exercise fun. Idaho State of Mind's Sean Forey has more.
One of the many perks of living in Idaho is the amazing outdoor activities the state offers us. With over 3,000 hiking, biking, and running trails in the state, it's pretty easy to get up and enjoy an active day. Participating in activities of a healthy lifestyle, such as running, leads to better physical and mental health. Running outside through town or up mountain trails is a common way to stay active at any age.
It's the only way that I can just get out there, and when it's just me and the road, and everything that's happened to me all day long just kind of goes away, and it's just me and that pavement.
Group activities are a great place to not only be social, but also improve your health. Activities like tennis and basketball are great ways people of all ages can stay active. The Outdoor Adventure Center at Idaho State University encourages students and the community to go outside and become active. For over 30 years, the Outdoor Adventure Center has put on the Pocatello Pump Climbing Event, which is the oldest rock climbing competition in the United States.
It's a fun event, open to all abilities, all ages.
Reporting from Idaho State University, I'm Sean Forey for Idaho State of Mind.
Physical activity is just one aspect of staying heart healthy. Diet also plays a major role. Dr. Linda Rankin from ISU's Department of Health and Nutrition Sciences joins us today with some advice on some heart healthy foods. Dr. Rankin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to talk about fats today specifically because that's a very big thing when it comes to being heart healthy. And I just want to cut to the chase. The question everybody wants to know about fats: do you have to cut fat completely out of your diet if you want to be healthy?
Most people need to change the type of fat or cut back. To eliminate fat from the diet is unrealistic, and
because it makes everything taste good.
See, that's the goal in healthy cooking. I teach a class in the spring called Healthful Cooking, where we are looking at substitutes. What can we do with cooking methods to make the food taste good and be healthy? So it's always about taste.
That's the key. Now you've put together kind of a fat continuum here of things maybe that are a little less healthy to things that are a bit more healthy. Let's start with lard. I think most people know it's not the best thing for you.
So this is the way I teach about fats in my nutrition classes, because it helps people see the continuum, and it's about moving in a healthier direction. So on this end we have lard, or pig fat, and what we don't have pictured here would be beef tallow. Sometimes you see that as an ingredient. Also palm oil and coconut oil would be on this end, meaning very saturated. The animal products like lard also have cholesterol, a lot of cholesterol. Then moving on to butter, margarine would be in here someplace. Crisco is pretty saturated, and the other problem with Crisco is it's hydrogenated. So they take an oil, a perfectly good oil, and harden it. And that's sort of the overall picture here, is we want to go towards oils and sprays, moving away from the harder fat.
And that's trans fats, the big bad word we keep hearing about, right? The hydrogenated oils.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then getting to things that are more soft, these types of tub margarines, which have a lot of oil in them. Some even have yogurt. And then moving into the oils, canola, olive are excellent choices. They have a lot of monounsaturated fats. And then the sprays. So I can't believe it's not butter. It's really good to spray on popcorn, vegetables, all kinds of things.
That's what we use on all of our popcorn at home. It's very good.
It is. And these types of sprays, like the PAM, you can get them in different flavors, and they're good, of course, for spraying your pans, but also if you're roasting vegetables, or you can spray it right on food that you want to brown, cut way back on the fat. And
excellent.
This is just a little mister jar, so you can use your olive oil or whatever, put it in the jar, and you do a little pump spray.
So you don't even have to buy it in that format. Now, we've heard a lot about good fats and bad fats. Let's talk a little bit about that. What are some of the good fats that we can incorporate into our diet to be a little bit healthier?
Well, I mentioned saturated, and that would be the worst type of fat for your heart. And so monounsaturated fats are the best. There's also polyunsaturated. Canola oil, olive oil are both high in monounsaturated fats, and they would be your best overall fats for cooking. Canola is probably the best all-purpose fat. It's the cheapest, or all-purpose oil. It's the cheapest. It's good in all applications. Olive oil has a distinctive flavor. It's more expensive.
It doesn't work as well in baking and those sorts of things.
The other thing we have over here is some foods that are high in omega-3 fatty acids, which are very heart healthy. We have this beautiful piece of salmon. Fish would be your best source of omega-3 fatty acids, and most Americans should eat a couple servings of fish a week.
Which most don't, so we need to maybe increase our fish intake just a little bit.
And finding cooking methods, or finding milder tasting fish is helpful. Also, we have flaxseed, which is a plant source of omega-3 fatty acids. They're little seeds, and in order to get the omega-3s out of them, you really need to grind them up. Otherwise, they're still going to be healthy. They're going to be a good source of fiber, but they're going to just pass through your body
Okay.
undigested.
Okay, so grind them up.
Just take a little coffee grinder that you just use for seeds and maybe spices, and just grind them up. You can add them to cereals. You can add them to almost anything.
Excellent.
Little omega-3 boost.
It's such a huge topic. We're going to have you back and talk more about some of the wonderful things we can do to have yummy, tasty food, but still be healthy for us. Dr. Rankin, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And coming up in another episode of Idaho State of Mind, we'll explore the great outdoors. One of Idaho's greatest assets are its outdoor opportunities. We'll look at how Idaho universities benefit from this amazing natural playground. Plus, have you checked the weight of your child's backpack lately? It may be causing permanent damage to your child's back. We'll take a look at how heavy is too heavy. And that's all for this episode. Thank you for joining us. From the campus of Idaho State University, I'm Libby Howe. We'll see you next time.